Anyone who has ever played the sport of golf knows one simple thing: that it isn't easy. Winston Churchill once said, "Golf is a game whose aim is to hit a very small ball into an even smaller hole with weapons singularly ill-designed for the purpose." I can certainly attest to this, having personally tossed many a club into the closest water hazard due to my own frustrations. That simple thing makes the story of Sam Roach all the more impressive. Sam Roach, a senior golfer for Golden, had both his right arm and leg outside of the amniotic sac while he was in the womb. This resulted in their underdevelopment. He had his right leg amputated at just 9 months of age. On this leg, he wears a prosthetic. His right arm is about half the size it normally would be, and only contains 3 fingers. But he has never let these physical limitations slow him down. Sam took up the game of golf very early on at the urging of his 2 grandfathers.
I got my first set when I was 2 years old, and I probably started when I was around 5 years old. I've been playing ever since.
And since then, he has just gotten better and better. Currently, Sam has an 8 handicap. The simple definition of a handicap is that if Sam were to play against a scratch golfer or someone close to a professional level, Sam would be given an 8-stroke advantage at the start of the course. For comparison, the US average handicap for an amateur golfer is 16. And Sam got to this level all on his own, with a mix of natural ability and hard work.
I never really got taught how to play. I just learned all by myself. All the sports I play, I just learned how to play it by myself. I never have any instructors or anything ever teach me. I probably play 3 or 4 times a week, and that's around, I don't know, over 100 holes a week. And I never go on the range really, I just go out and play.
And when Sam brought his game to the varsity tryout at Golden High his freshman year, he made an immediate impression on his coach.
First time I met Sam was actually here at Fossil Trace at tryouts his freshman year. I didn't know anything about him, hadn't met him, and I saw him on the range. I'm like, holy cow, look at this kid that's going to try out. The neatest thing of that tryout was on about the 9th hole. I asked him, I said, "Hey, you want to get in the cart? I can drive you around." And he said, "No, everybody else is walking, so I'm going to walk." And, at that time, I told my assistant, I said, "I don't care what that kid shoots. He's going to be a part of our team." But he did it on his own. He made the number to make the team, and has gotten considerably better every year. So it was fun just watch. I'd never seen anything like it. I've seen some people with different type of prosthetics and stuff, but never with two things like Sam has to deal with. So it was impressive.
Sam's approach to the game is something special as well, both in the physical and mental aspects of the sport.
He basically swings with one hand. The right hand just kind of guides the club a little bit. When you only have that one hand, he hits kind of a big cut, and he's learned to play that cut. And he's actually, his ball doesn't always start off straight, but it ends in the fairway the majority of the time. So he's really, adapted to, what he can and what he can't do. I
really kind of just learned that, I don't know, I can't believe it, like last week, because I had a bad shot that I thought was because I let go of the club with my right arm, but it was still in the fairway and it was a perfect drive, and I still had my left hand on the club.
He is very, very solid around the greens too. He's a lot of the kids try to overpower golf courses. Sam knows that he can, so it's a mental game with him. He manages the course unbelievably. He always knows where he needs to leave himself to have a good chance to get to the green. So this game's probably 75% mental, and he definitely has the the mental part of the game conquered.
And despite his physical limitations, Sam never makes an excuse or asks for any special treatment.
It's what everybody else has to do. I'm a normal kid, and I feel I'm just normal. There's nothing wrong with that.
He has to deal with a ton of stuff. He's had the prosthetic foot on their crack a couple times mid-round, and this is a pretty hilly course. We play some grueling walking courses for kids with 2 arms and 2 legs. Never complains, keeps grinding away, and it's fun to be around him. Yeah, the attitude is the number one.
Sam's game has impressed on both a local level and a national level as well. In August, he was invited to play in the National Amputee Golf Championship in Virginia Beach, Virginia, where he represented well, finishing in the top third of all competitors.
And I shot 86, 88, and 84.
Like I mentioned earlier, Sam is a natural athlete, and he thinks that his first love is actually his best sport.
Hockey.
Okay.
Hockey is probably my favorite sport.
Okay.
I play roller hockey. I'm probably better at that than golf, actually.
Sam carries his love for hockey with him wherever he goes. The upper half of his prosthetic is emblazoned with the number 9 of his favorite player, of which he has had the opportunity to meet and work with for a very special cause.
And I got to meet my favorite player, Matt Duchesne. I've met him a couple times, and I tweet him and his girlfriend. That's good. 3 or 4 years ago, I was in their Avs charity brunch, and I was in a fashion show with Matt Duchesne, and we walked down and I hung out with him for the rest of the day.
The future for Sam in the sport looks bright, and even if he doesn't continue with a career on the course, he will look to a career in golf off the course.
Talk to UC Colorado Springs. They have a very good pro golf management. He's, he loves the sport. I hope he, that or sports management. He needs to be involved in sport. He's got a great, personality for it, and I think there's definitely a future in golf for him. So.
And I love the sport, and I'll never give it up, ever, ever.
For the Xfinity Sports Report, I'm Gary Stebbins.